So what we're going to look at now is just a few different sort of tools within Dragon Bones that will help you with your animation. I've just shown you some basic ones, just because it's down to you to start experimenting and starting to actually play around with the tools, and start actually integrating the 12 principles of animation into your work. Um, so we'll flick over from amateur to animation. What I'm going to just turn off selections and stuff just so we can't see them. It's a bit clunky. So the first one you've got was quite useful. Is over here. You've got a curve editor. So we'll go through these tools here. What the curve editor does is it allows you to tweak your tweening. So this big space in your keyframe here is known as tweening. We'll go to a walk cycle. It's a bit easier. So we just press K, set a key, move along, press K again to set a key. We didn't really take into consideration what's happening here. This is called tweening. So what you can do is select the keyframes you want. So we'll move to 4, keyframe 4. You can click on your curve editor, and what you see is you get this curve here on your left hand side. Now at the moment it's moving in a linear path, so it's just moving at a constant speed from frame 0 to frame 4. We can actually change that, so we can change the sort of tweening. We could change it to none, which completely gets rid of it, so there's no tweening. Let's change that to none there. There we go. So there's no tweening, it just jumps. So that's if you want to do like a stop motion sort of thing. Works well. But yeah, there's no tweens, there's no in betweens that it's created. It's just straight from 0 to 4. We can change it back to linear. So that's just a straight path, straight from one frame to another, moving at a constant rate. We can use an ease in, which is another one of your animation principles. So it slowly eases into the next one. So you start off, you'll see on your curve. Let's zoom in. You'll see it slowly goes into it, and then moves it to linear, and then sort of moves fully into that animation. We can change that to an ease in, an ease out. So opposite ease in, it slowly moves out. Or you have an ease of both, so it gradually moves into one and then into the other. These are things that you might want to mess around with. You can edit it as well. So you can edit the speed of your animation and how fast it goes from one frame to another. Usually you leave it at linear, so it moves at a constant speed. But you can play around with that and start moving. So it's slightly, introducing your 12 principles to like ease ins, ease outs, or a little bit of both, just to get your animation looking a bit more smoother and more what you want. So that's the curve editor. That's this little tool here. You've got your keyframe, your auto key there that we know about. That sets the keyframes. You have your move right and move left. So what that does, that moves a frame right or left. You'll see there on the timeline. Just moves it, shifts everything one frame to the left, everything one frame to the right, like that. You have what's known as a onion layer here. This is a really good tool. I sort of see it as motion blur. What it does is allows you to see your animation before and after you move into that keyframe. So if I move to keyframe 4 here, you see on my timeline, it shows me up to keyframe 1, so I can actually see where my character's been, that path is followed, and then the blue shows me where he's going into the next frames. That's good if you want to sort of, again, follow the animation principles of curves, and it allows you to actually see where your character's gone, where he's going, and see that path and alter it if needed. It's sort of like a motion blur, so you can see there, so I'm moving slowly into it. I'm not sure what's happening with the layers there, but you see, it's sort of like a motion blur, but it's good to like, say you can see where your character's been, where he's going, and make adjustments where needed. Again, it's called an onion layer. They also have something very similar in Maya. If adjustments, then just to move your keyframes up and about, and then your last little thing is delete unnecessary keys. So we've been keyframing everything. Like I said, I've been getting to do Control Alt and then K to keyframe everything. But if we click this delete unnecessary keys, things that don't move, it just deletes them. It just sees as unnecessary to have. So let's play it. But what I would say is when you do that, just play your animation back, make sure it's deleted, not deleted anything that's needed. See, everything's as it is. It just tidies everything up. But yeah, once you press that button, play your animation back, make sure nothing's been deleted that you need. Because it does tend to do that sometimes. And then the last little thing is this little button up here. Yeah, exit preview. You press Control and Enter on your keyboard. What that does, I'll show you that. Let me bring mine across. It allows you to actually see your animations. So if I go semi-attack, press it again, it'll allow me to see my attack animation. I'm not sure what's going on for the elbow there. I'll have to have a look at that because it's not playing in here. I'm not sure what's happened there. Yeah, weird things that happened with the elbow in there, so that's something wrong with that. We'll have to have a look at that. Just sort of popping the elbow for some reason. That might be. Let's delete unnecessary keys. Yeah, there's no pop in my actual animation. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see if that's sorted it. No, still doing it. And what you can do, you can actually click to go through them. So you click, oh, you've got to pay. You can click attack, walk cycle, hurt, add a little background to him, show scene, show grid. Nice way to sort of show off your work. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'll have to have a look into that. But that's basically all the tools you'll need to know. Everything you'll need to get started in Dragonborns. It's a nice little sort of piece of kit to get you through. So creating 2D character, create some animations, and then these can be exported into Unity, Unreal Engine, wherever, to then put into your own game. But we're looking at that a bit later on, and that's it. That's it for that one.